Good morning. Not quite morning. I think it's lunchtime actually. You can see the sun's up pretty high. Where is it? Right there. New day, new stuff, new projects, I don't know. We've got some fuel tanks today. Gotta zoom out apparently. There, that's better. 2 new fuel tanks. Last year we jerry canned everything for the tractors. So this guy here is diesel for the tractors. That's gas for the generators, and we jerry canned everything. So fuel at the pump right now is insane, and this will save us quite a bit of money and time because we'll actually have fuel on hand. This guy is just cute and cuddly right here. That'll be our premium fuel for the jerry cans and chainsaws, and just a hand pump on that one. And then this guy here has a 12-volt pump on it. Doesn't look like they put clamps on it, which is kind of silly. It's supposed to be a 12-volt pump. Yep, 12 volt. So anyway, we'll be able to fill the tractors with that one. Looks like that one may have been enjoyed before, but that's okay. So they haven't filled them yet. They're coming back to fill them up. We'll be right off the side of the lane here. And yeah, we'll have capacity for fuel. Fuel prices are going up and up and up. And this will be a really nice addition to the farm. No cost because of the volume of fuel that we use. Normally you'd have to buy a tank nowadays. I used to give them out for free. Just using them, like renting them basically, but as long as you use enough fuel you wouldn't pay for them. And so they still have a deal here, but I have to use at least 5,000 liters of fuel for one tank. So because this one's smaller, it's a little less, but 9,000 liters of fuel in a year, and then they'll supply the tanks for free, which is nice, even with a pump on them. So yeah, really looking forward to having the capacity here. I don't know if they're going to stay in this exact spot or not, but they look good right here. So, something new again. What are we going to do, buddy?
Cut some trees for neighbors.
It starts with an M. Maple, yeah.
Maple syrup.
Yum yum, right? That was a tongue twister and a half for him, wasn't it? All right, so yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the bush and tap some trees. It's gonna be a lot warmer here coming up, and that'll be nice. It'll get the sap flowing. Now, problem: tractor still broke. The cylinder here is off right now. I get it sent out. You can see this one's bent too. It's not as bad. This first one was really bad, and unfortunately, they did not have it ready by today. He's probably not gonna have it ready till another 3-4 days. So I'm without my loader right now. I can't use it. That is for turning this, which tilts the bucket. As you can see, the hoses are just hanging out, so oil will go squirting. So we're without a loader. And anyway, normally I would use my bucket to bring everything to the bush, and even for collecting firewood. So we got no option for that right now. You can see all the oil that's spilled here. Crazy. So I'm improvising. I had this bucket laying around. It should slide in the snow pretty good. I got this screwed onto the front. We're going to wrap a chain through there, and then we can pull it to the bush. We'll put all our maple syrup stuff in here, all our pails and taps and hoses, and then chainsaw as well, so we can cut some firewood and bring it back that way. There's Waylon coming with lids for our pails. Right? How come you got one eye covered?
Because I always look out of this side. I have to look out this side.
You got a lazy eye, right? I think that's what they call it. So we have to train it. So now you just look like a pirate. Arrgh. Pardon? Yeah, well, after we're done, we're going to cut some. So we got all our stuff. These are all the hoses we used last year. Oh, we should get that other roll of hose yet, and a cutters. We'll take it along with us. And I got a drill for drilling holes in the trees. I got the taps right there to put in the tree. We need a hammer too. And then we brought the chainsaw oil and gas, cut some wood, and we got a bunch of pails. I don't think we have enough pails. It doesn't look like there's enough here. Better see if there's some more yet. And we got her hooked up to the tractor, so hopefully it drags good. All right, off we go. Is that fun, buddy? Is it fun? I find if you make things fun, it's a lot more enjoyable, and you get a lot more volunteers for the jobs. Okay, we're pretty well at the bush. Whoop, a little bumpy there. pretty well at the bush. The only concern I have is that the cows follow us. So we may end up having to put some kind of a barrier across our trail here, I guess. There's no fence around the maple bush. I don't really care if the cows get in there, except for the fact that I don't want them to knock all my buckets over and drink the water, right? So we may end up having to do something about that, but there's the maple bush. So same spot we entered last year. We won't go in all the way, I'll just park here, I think. Maybe I'll go a little farther, I don't know. Probably end up parking around here somewhere. Looks like there's another pail there too. Maybe I forgot one. Anyway, yeah, we'll start tapping some trees. So a couple things that are important. We don't want to drill too deep into the tree to hurt the tree. We want to angle it a little bit into the tree so it drips out naturally. And then get a good clean it out, all the I was going to say filings, I guess, all the sawdust out of the holes. And then tap them in, hook up the lines. We've got to keep in mind too, is that the snow is still here. We had that last year too, so our hoses were just the right length, and then the snow melted, and then our hoses were too short. So we just set the pails on the ground. We don't have a way of hanging these up. We're going to set them on the ground and then run our lines up. So we're going to make sure they're long enough for that. Not too long though, because otherwise the fluid, the water, the sap, I guess, stays in the line and freezes, which is kind of inconvenient then. So these are just ice cream pails. Work slick. We used them last year too. Like I said, I think we're missing a few. There must be more at home yet, but we'll get a good start with this anyway. Okay, I'm a little busy, buddy. Okay, so when it's cold during the night and warm during the day, that's when the sap really wants to run. So it's coming up out of the ground. The root system is massive and it's pulling it up. And it brings it all the way up to all the limbs and pumps it way up to the top. So depending on the size of the tree, we could put yay many taps in. I forget exact measurements, but on a tree like this, I'm going to stick 2 taps in. On a bigger one, I'll put 3 in. If you put too many in, you'll rob too much of that fluid and then it won't go up there. And of course you could end up killing part of your tree. So we're only going to put in, you know, not too many. We don't need that much syrup. We're still eating last year's as well. What else can I tell you? I am not an expert by any means. Last year was our first year tapping trees. We had a lot of fun and collecting sap. Then the Amish boiled it down for us, and we have lots of syrup for our pancakes. We also sell syrup at the road, so it was really, really nice. I don't know what else I can tell you. We got to drill the holes not too deep. We don't want to hurt the tree again. The sap's going to run. It ain't running yet today. It's still too cold, but tomorrow it should start running. So that's why we'd like to start getting some pails ready now. Yeah, last year when we drilled some holes, you could see the water running right away already. So we have drilled 7 holes so far and put taps in, but so far no fluid yet. Like I said, it's below 0 right now. It's actually cold out. But tomorrow's supposed to be +7, so it'll be nice. So as that fluid's traveling up, there's pressure in the tree that makes it want to come out the hole, and it'll drip out of these taps. We're going to put hoses on down to the pails. Hi, Irina. Hi. It's where you still look like a pirate. Arr. Can you do that? Nope.
How many pails?
There's 2 taps on this tree. So we have holes drilled in these from last year, and the kids are just trying to match up the amount of holes to the right trees. And then we'll set this tree here. Actually, we did not tap last year. We didn't tap them all. We just tapped some, and that was good. Now we're going to tap a few more. if anybody's worried about it. You can see if you can zoom in on it at all. It's healed itself right up. Pretty neat. Hey, unfortunately the phone battery died, so doesn't really matter. I guess I can still show you what we did, but it was charging in the tractor. So. Okay, so each one of those taps we've added a hose to it and then down into these pails. So some of the pails have extra holes. We drilled holes. These are just ice cream pails, right? So we just drilled holes in the sides of them last year. I would do it in the lid, but then you get rainwater in there. I don't want that. So we put the holes in the sides, run the hose down in. And I'm not even sure how many taps we got. I didn't count them because we're going to come back. I don't have enough pails. I got to find more pails. There's lots more trees to do. But you can see them. Well, those trees are done. That tree's done. There's still more back there that need to be done. These ones are tapped. That one's tapped. You can see, well, you can see where all the pails are. So hopefully tomorrow we'll start getting some. There was one hole actually that was starting to, a little bit of sap was running out, but the camera was dead. So, but yeah, we'll show you that. I mean, tomorrow it should be running pretty good and we'll see lots of it dripping out. That's the hope anyway, because we're kind of looking forward to boiling it down. Last year too, in the beginning of the season, we boiled a bunch of it down just on the stove. And, well, it didn't really turn into syrup. We boiled it too long, it turned into candy, but still get lots of enjoyment out of that too, so that's good. So now we're gonna go get some firewood. Everybody's piling into the tractor by the looks of it. There's a few bodies in there, and we're gonna go find some firewood. Really liking this. I upgraded to a different phone, so now I can actually turn the camera around without having to stop the film footage. I had a Samsung S9, and every time I had to stop the film in order to turn the camera angle around, and so it makes a lot of little films, and now we can do it all in one here. So, good, we're gonna go find some firewood. I think it's on, yeah, okay, we're cutting firewood now. And anyway, so we have a lot of dead bush. I'll turn it around again. There's a lot of dead trees. Those mostly are tamaracks. Tamaracks are an evergreen tree that aren't actually green forever. They lose their needles in the fall. They're kind of almost like a crossover tree, which is kind of neat. And then we got some poplar and some birch and there's pine. But there's lots and lots of these dead spruces right here. And so all last winter as well and last fall, we spent an enormous amount of time cutting them out. We're just working our way through the bush. So parts of these bushes it's kind of open like this so we can drive around. And we've just been cutting them out. There's still lots and lots left in this area. It's not very good firewood. I mean, it burns, well, it gets hot, but it burns real quick. There's no overnight logs in this stuff. You throw it in there and it's gone pretty quick. We're cleaning it up twofold. I don't like all the dead trees around. Cutting them out brings a lot more. Again, look at all the branches in there, how thick that is. It's all dead. So there's no sunlight getting in. So we like cutting them out for that, so that the sunshine can get in, and then we'll have grass growing down below. And also it's a fire hazard in my opinion. If a fire ever broke out in this bush, there's so much dead material here, it would just burn through there in no time. And that puts our farm at risk, right? It puts us at risk. So we like cutting it up. We need the firewood anyway. We just kind of work our way through, and every year we'll cut a little bit more of it up, and then it'll be gone. Grass will grow, new trees will grow, be more room for the animals to wander around and eat, and less fire risk for us. How's it going?
Good.
You play in the snow or what?
Yeah.
Snow all over your head.
Head first in.
You dived head first in? Oh yeah. Alright, we got a little bit of wood. Not a lot, but it's enough to get us through till Monday again. The kids need to get at chores. Right? Calves to feed. Cow to bring water. What else? You're probably gonna start on some supper? Maybe? Did Mom start on supper maybe? She might have started on supper. What are you gonna do? School? Not on a Saturday. Hey? Probably, then we're all done a little earlier. What's up, buddy? You gonna jump in the snow? Kids are just saying how much fun it must be to be that age and still be able to walk on top of the snow. We keep sinking in, and some of these drifts are pretty deep. Anyway, that's it for today. We'll see how much sap we got tomorrow, and we'll let you all know that. So thanks for joining us. I wanted to say a thank you too. We've got a few generous donations lately from people. Really appreciate it very much. Received a book from one person. I haven't read the whole thing yet, but it's a pretty good read, and also some financial donations. So we do get asked that from time to time. I think Anissa will probably pop a link down below how you can do that. I think there's a PayPal there, and also some Amazon links. So if you're interested in donating, you don't feel like you have to by any means, but we sure do appreciate it. It helps us here on the farm as well. So if that's something you would like to do, by all means, take a look down the links below, and Anissa probably will put something down there. So thanks a lot for joining us on the video. Hope you enjoy. Please like and share, and if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.